Hi, this is Sophiakarpman, host of Dream Big Podcast Show. Place to learn, laugh, and grow.
And this is Olga Karpman. Welcome to the Dream Big Podcast.
Big Dreamers, the day we're releasing this episode is marked on the U.S. calendar as National Kindness Day. We thought we'd make a special episode for you, where we all take a trip to your favorite place right now. Can you guess what that could be? I'll give you a hint. There lives one cool rock star. Maybe it's me, but I don't think so. Do you remember her name? It starts with an R. R.
Are you a seal?
No, but it's Roxy. And she's inviting us back to Pennyville, where she and her magical friend Genie are about to shake things up with Kindness Countdown. The challenge that could change their town forever. Are you ready to book a flight to Pennyville? Let's do it.
This is episode 381 of the Dream Big Podcast, and it's time
to dream big.
Welcome to the Dream Big Podcast Show. We're inspiring you to shoot for the moon, take aim and go. We bring to you amazing guests who truly love what they do. Every day they're living their dreams, and so can you. Dream big, take action to reach your goals. Are you pumped yet? It's showtime, let's rock and roll.
Welcome back, Big Dreamers. November's rolling in with a big, cozy blanket of thankfulness. And guess what? It's also packed with secret missions of kindness. Now, who's better to lead a mission like that than our dynamic duo, Roxy and Ginnie?
If you haven't met these two yet, you're in for a treat. Roxy is the pop star with a heart of gold, and Genie, well, he's a genie, magical genie, who is way more than just wishes and magic carpets. They've got a past full of wild tales, like that time Roxy rescued Genie from a bottle and then he turned from wish granter to money genius, keeping Roxy's bank account as happy as her fans. If you haven't listened to those episodes, make sure to check them out. I'll post all the links in the description below. Or just simply go to dreambigpodcast/378 and you will find all the links under our last episode about Roxy and Ginnie.
Curious? Just click the link in our description to catch up on all their adventures. But stick around here if you're ready for the latest. This episode? It's all about the power of giving back, and it's got a twist that'll make your November unforgettable. Let's jump right in.
Right in the heart of Pennyville, where the leaves dance like tiny boats on a windy day, lived a girl with a voice so awesome it could make rain clouds scoot out of the way for the sun. That girl was Roxy, and she was the kind of star that didn't just sing tunes, but also made you feel warm and cozy inside, like when you're cuddling with a fuzzy toy.
And one cold November day, the kind where you can smell the cinnamon and hot chocolate in the air, Roxy flopped onto the squishiest, most huggable beanbag ever. Her room was like a treasure cave of shiny things. Gold records on the walls, twinkling like tiny suns. But on this day, Roxy was thinking about something else. Something that made her heart play a happy beat, even louder than her hit songs.
Roxy's eyes caught a glimpse of a photograph that always sent a flutter of happiness through her heart. Captured in the frame were she and Genie in the midst of last Christmas at the Children's Hospital. They had filled the hospital corridors with the magic of music and laughter, brightening the days of children who needed a sprinkle of holiday spirit the most. Amongst the shimmering tinsel and joyful tunes stood Genie, his Santa hat tilted playfully to one side, a wide grin on his face. He was more than just an ordinary friend. He was magical Genie, a marvelous companion with a spark of enchantment.
Roxy had released him from a bottle with a wish that came straight from the heart. In return, he became her most trusted friend. With a loyalty as enchanting as his magic, he was her rock during world tours, and she had the biggest cheerleader for every wild idea she had. Well, almost every idea.
With Sunbeams doing a jolly dance through the curtains, Roxy grabbed her glittery phone and sent a message zipping through the air to Genie.
Hey, Genie, let's sprinkle some magic around, but this time let's make it kindness magic. You in?
Barely a blink later, with a poof and a giggle, Genie appeared. No doorbell needed.
He popped in like a bubble of joy, all sparkly and ready for action.
Kindness magic? That sounds like the best kind of adventure. What's the super secret plan, Roxy?
Thanks for popping in. Literally. Genie, I thought instead of just chilling this November or going to a fancy vacation to Hawaii, let's do something epic.
Roxy bounced with excitement.
Genie, who's munching on popcorn, looked curious.
Like what?
Like a whole month of cool, kind stuff. Remember Florence Nightingale from history class? She was a legendary nurse who basically turned kindness into a superpower.
Roxy explained.
Genie tilted his head.
Florence who?
Florence Nightingale. She was amazing.
Roxy was getting all pumped up now.
Back in the 1800s, which is like ancient times, she was born into the super rich family, right? But instead of just hanging out at fancy parties, she had a passion for helping people.
Genie was all ears as Roxy continued.
So she becomes a nurse and goes after a big war. The place is a mess, and soldiers are getting sick left and right. But Flo, can I call her Flo? I'ma call her Flo. She marches in with her lamp and starts cleaning up, caring for all the wounded, and just being a total girl boss.
Girl boss! Yeah, I love that.
She made the place so much better and basically showed the whole world how nurses rock.
Genie was impressed. Wow, she sounds like a superhero.
Totally. And get this, people call her the lady with the lamp because she was walking around at night checking on all the soldiers. Her lamp became the symbol of hope and kindness.
Roxy said with a twinkle in her eyes. Genie nodded. That's super sweet. So, how do we start our own kind of lamp lighting around here?
That's the spirit, Genie. We're going to light up Pennyville with a kindness countdown to Thanksgiving. We can do awesome things for people around the town, just like Florence, but with our own twist.
Genie grinned. Kindness countdown. I love it. It's like we're superheroes on a kindness mission.
And just like that, Roxy and Genie, with their hearts set on making waves of warmth in Pennyville, started their kindness countdown with a sparkle and cheer.
First up, they zipped through town leaving surprise happy notes where people would find them. Tucked into library books, stuck on fridges at the grocery store, and even under windshield wipers. Each note had a doodle and a giggle-worthy joke that could turn frowns upside down.
Then they got crafty with kindness, making super cool friendship bracelets and giving them to anyone they met. They made sure each one was as colorful and unique. They were giving them away to busy teachers at school, the mail carriers who brought joy and bills. Maybe not bills. And school bus drivers.
Genie used a touch of Genie magic to help Roxy set up a hot apple cider stand, but with a twist. It was a free apple cider for smiles stand. They didn't want quarters or dimes. A smile was the yummy prize for a cup of warm, fuzzy drink. After the apple cider stand, they threw a mega fun talent show at the park. inviting everyone to show off their silly skills, like hiccup singing and backwards spelling. The prize? 10 warm giant bear hugs from Roxy and Ginnie themselves, and a silly trophy made out of spoons and glitter.
As November winds began to whistle a cooler tune, Roxy and Genie wrapped up their kindness countdown by hosting a gigantic thank you parade for the whole town. Helpers, firefighters, teachers, and trash collectors. And of course, Roxy's favorite, nurses. Everyone got a paper crown, a balloon, and a thank you card as big as a pizza box and covered in sparkles and stickers.
Next day, after the party, Roxy and Ginnie spent their time writing thank you cards to soldiers far from home, brave hearts guarding the day and night. Each card was a masterpiece of gratitude, filled with words that hugged tightly and pictures that danced with cheer.
When the last bit of confetti settled on the streets of Pennyville, Roxy and Genie plopped down on a bench, sipping hot cocoa with extra marshmallows. They looked around, all at the smiling faces, the laughter echoing off buildings, and the hugs being shared all over town.
They felt a warm, fuzzy glow inside that was better than any standing ovation or sold-out concert. They had turned Pennyville into a place where every day was a reason to smile, and everyone felt like a friend spreading kindness and love.
Genie,
Roxy said with a content sigh.
We did it! We made kindness and the coolest thing in town!
Genie nodded, his heart feeling as full as a moon. Yeah, Roxy, we sprinkled a little magic, and look! Pennyville got its own sparkle now.
And as they shared a giggle and clinked their cups of hot cocoa together, they knew the best magic of all wasn't the genie kind or even the music kind. It was the kindness kind. The kind that stayed with you long after November faded into the twinkly lights of the holiday season.
The end. Well, Sophia, this story really tugged at my heartstrings.
It sure did, Mom. Roxy and Genie's adventure reminds us all that kindness is like a superpower we all have. And guess what, big dreamers? I think it's time for us to use that power too.
That's right, Sophia. We've got a very special challenge for you, big dreamers. Let's call it Dream Big Kindness Countdown. Can you do one act of kindness each day this month? And remember, it doesn't have to be huge. Maybe you'll hold the door open for someone, or smile, or kind note, or compliment, or write a thank you note, or draw a picture for a friend, or teacher, or a stranger. In other words, do what you can.
Right, at my age, for example, I can help out with my mom around the house without being asked. Or I can say a compliment or write a thank you letter to my teacher or my friend. Whatever it is, do what you can.
We also would love to hear your stories of kindness, big dreamers. If you can share it on social media and tag us, Dream Big Podcast, on all social media platforms, we would love to share it on our feed as well. Plus, use Dream Big Kindness Challenge hashtag and we'll see it as well. You also can write us email, olga@dreambigpodcast.com. All the links to our social media will be in the description under this podcast. Just imagine the joy that we can all spread and the hearts we can touch this month. And remember, it's often the smallest act of kindness that makes the biggest difference.
We're so excited to see what kind of kindness magic you will create. And we'll be right there cheering you on.
As always, you can find our show notes if you go to dreambigpodcast.com/381. And of course, we would love to see your 5-star review on your favorite platform where you're listening to our podcast. It takes a long time for us to come up with stories, to record it, and to release it for you. And we really, really hope you appreciate it. Your love and kindness on this will help us stay up in the rankings so more big dreamers around the world can see our show and join our wonderful community. We're also on YouTube Kids app. Just find us, Dream Big Podcast with Sophia Karpman. Subscribe, like our videos, and stay tuned for more shorts from Sophia.
That's all for today, Big Dreamers. This was Sophia Karpman
And Olga Karpman.
reminding you that you have unlimited potential. Your dreams are not optional. You need to make them essential. So take massive action, turn those big dreams into reality. Live with passion the way life was meant to be. See you in the next episode. Bye.